And we start that live team coverage with Will Rio and First Alert Chief Meteorologist Riley Hale. They've been on the ground all day with the National Weather Service looking at this damage in Bamberg firsthand.
So that area where you guys are standing right now, is that where the National Weather Service thinks this tornado touched down first?
That's exactly right, Richard. They think that this tornado started right here in EF2, peak winds 125 miles an hour and possibly as wide as 3 to 4 football fields. Will, you were here a little bit earlier. Behind us is the Oak and Barrel Company, and you were talking with the general manager for this.
Yeah, the general manager obviously pretty shaken up. He actually shared a story that he's lucky that he has something to tell his grandkids one day. That's how happy and how grateful these people are to still be alive, and that's why these warnings that Riley, you send out, that's why they're so important, because they say when they got that alert, that tornado was here.
Absolutely, and it was like this when that tornado warning was issued. It was a severe thunderstorm warning initially, and that's why we really stayed live with all these cells, because we knew a tornado could just drop that quickly, and that's what we're seeing here locally. One thing I wanted to mention is that this piece of the building that's missing behind us is actually across the street, so it picked up this entire middle section of this building and took it about 100, 200 yards. Now that portion of the building is a little bit older construction. What's left right here behind Will, that is new construction, so that just is a testament to the new building standards that they have, and that if you build it right, it can withstand these storms. But unfortunately, this older portion did take a direct hit.
And of course, these are not small pieces of metal. No. These are entire buildings that are being moved across the area, and it was really hard to hear that owner express what he had to do just to stay alive. And we talked to him, and this is his story here.
The flag is a symbol for the Bamberg community, beaten and battered but still standing tall.
I've never seen something like this before hit Bamberg itself.
At South Carolina Oak to Barrel, that's where the National Weather Service says an EF2 tornado touched down.
About 2:40, the wind started picking up, getting a little more steady. I walked out of the office, walked into our front showroom, and seen the roof of the building across the street blow off. The glass started shattering in our showroom, the windows and all that breaking. I just went to the back of the showroom and ducked in the corner and rode it out.
Survey crews say the twister stretched 300 to 400 feet wide with wind speeds of up to 125 miles per hour.
Not many things in life scare me, but that one did. That's the only thing I can really attest to. It was the scariest thing, one of the scariest things I've ever done.
There's still no time frame for when downtown Bamberg will be open again.
We're all trying to pull things together to see if we can clean up and get things going again. And just say a prayer for us, and we'll get there.
Even in these circumstances, that when all of this dust settles, that we will stand in Bamberg County and still be able to declare that this is our finest hour.
And really inspirational words from a lot of the county and city officials here in Bamberg, a message of hope. You know, you saw that American flag. Everyone who came downtown looked up at that American flag. It was normal before the storm, completely torn now, but again, still iconic. Standing. And that's the message that these leaders are sharing with the communities to hang in there. We'll get back to where we need to be.
Yeah. And that's the thing, these horrible situations happen in these small communities, and you see how much good can come out of it, of all the people coming together. All the linemen behind us have been restoring power to this community. It's cold out here tonight, so people are going to have heat thanks to these linemen, emergency crews. And one thing we do have to mention, even though there's a lot of good people out here fixing things, there is some problems with a concern with looting. I know you heard a little bit talking about that in the news conference today.
Yeah, I know in the news conference they said that they want to ensure that people in businesses are safe during this time when they're very vulnerable. So they'll have patrols stationed downtown and then throughout the town as well to make sure that people are not stealing anyone's personal property. Yeah. There's bricks everywhere, as you've seen over downtown Bamberg. They say they want everything to stay where it is, so these insurance companies, these surveyors can come out and see the total picture of what happened with this storm. So it's very important. It's a strong message from them to say, don't come out here and take advantage of a lot of these vulnerable people out here.
Yeah, and we actively just saw 2 policemen
One sitting back here.
Yeah, it's still sitting back here. So let that be a message to anyone thinking they can loot tonight. There is actively law enforcement out here patrolling.
Absolutely. And of course, thank you to all the first responders, the linemen who are out here trying to get that electricity, that power, roads back open, trees off of houses. We thank all of them. And of course, we'll continue to follow this as these surveys, these assessments, the final weather service.
Yep, they're going to have an official report with exact path length. That's one portion of the info that we got on the storm that we don't have finalized just as the exact path length. We have the width, 300 to 400 yards, 125 mile an hour max winds, and you can see what type of damage those winds can cause behind us.
Absolutely. Of course, again, we'll continue to keep you updated and bring you more from this community out here that's continuing to pick up the pieces, guys.
All right. Thanks so much for that update, both Will and Riley. And the team coverage